Hello everybody, Frankie J here for Frankie J Models. For this rainy Thursday afternoon, I have for you video number 3 for my fun build, a gift for Freddy, my SB2C-1 Helldiver by Monogram Pro Series. Okay fellas, right behind me over here I got the still shots that I made of it. I spent about 4 hours painting this thing up last night. I made this thing as late 1942 when they first came out. Instead of the SB2C-4, this is SB2C-1. And for the love of Freddy, he sent me an aftermarket SB2C-1 die break photo etch set, opposed to the photo etch set that he sent me that came with the kit. The 4 and 3 models and 2 models, they started to have the perforated. They started perforating the die flaps on the first series of the Helldiver, the SB2C-1. They didn't have perforated die brakes like the SPD Dotless. They didn't have a lot of problems that way, is because the plane, when they go into a dive, it didn't have too much stability, and it caused too much force. I mean, the plane wouldn't have a stable dive when it pulled up. You know, it just wasn't no stability in it. It caused too much drag. So they didn't realize that situation at the Curtiss plant when they built this airplane, because most of these planes were tested by test pilots at the plant, and they just sign a piece of paper, check off, send it to the fleet. It's ready for war. And they get the next one and fly that out. They haven't flew it long enough to get the bugs out of these things. They welcome negative feedback from the military, Army, Air Force, Navy, Marines, Army, everything. And during the war, they welcome feedback. How you like the airplane? It stinks. Why? We got problems with it. And so we got 8 pilots. 8 out of 10 pilots say this thing it has a lot of problems. And I say what the problem is, and they tell them the problem is. They go back to the plant and redo it again, and they say, oh, okay, how's it this time? They shipped out the problem, the ones they straightened out, and they go to war. Yeah, these are better now. Well, the Helldiver came out and had a bad rap. It came out. I think it came out a little bit too soon. During the war, because the war just got started back in '42. I mean, right after we declared Pearl Harbor, the 7th of 1941, it didn't take long for Congress to declare war on the Empire of Japan. And we had a very, like the British, we had a very, very smattering of designs that were still available for use, and hoping they could succeed combat, but a lot of them failed. They couldn't use them. The F-2A Buffalo was a joke. They finally got rid of that, and they had a lot of problems with the Helldiver. They about ready to get rid of that too. When the first line of SP2Cs came out, they had a lot of problems with it. The shimmy jack of the tail wheel would break off, and sometimes the undercarriage would fold inside the wells. The plane sometimes, most of the problems it had was under power. I mean, when they come off the flat deck of an aircraft carrier, full flaps, full throttle, going against the wind, and they get up, they lift. You watch, guys. Watch most of these old World War II clips on carrier aviation, like Flat Top, and places like that. You see these Helldivers, they're getting off the deck of an aircraft carrier. You can see how sluggish they are. They get off the deck of a carrier, all of a sudden they start going down in the water, and they come right back up again, and some crash in the water because they're a very heavy airplane. They can carry a 4,000-pound bomb load. They carry 2,000-pound internal bombs using a double trapeze system and a closed bomb bay system. And outer wing pods of both outer wing panels, they have another 1,000-pound or 500-pound bombs they can carry. So they carry about 4 bombs in total, plus they carry two crew members. The Helldiver was a big airplane. It had a wingspan of almost 50 feet. It was a big airplane. Big tail beast, they call it. But when they got the bugs ironed out of it, it was a beautiful airplane. They loved it. These things were the able dogs of the 1940s, Sky Raiders. They were finally replaced right after the war. SB2Cs by Sky Raiders, but World War II come to an end, so what are we going to do with these new 86 Sky Raiders? We had no idea the war was going to come to an end. That's when the Korea War came into line, right around the corner. It didn't take long for crap to get started over again. The French used them back in 1954. They got a lot of good results out of them. But soon they phased out back then, and they just pulled out of Vietnam. They screw it. By that time, the Helldiver was at the dismantled torch or the wrecking yard. Okay, behind me I got some still shots I made last night. I posted a few pictures of the Monogram Models Facebook modeling page. And so I got 2 more videos coming up after this, so I'll keep you guys busy. I'm doing a lot of work lately. And so right now we're going to swing this camera over here, and we're going to take a look at these pictures right here, still shots that I got of the Helldiver, and I explain what I got to be doing when I made the assembly. Camera's always friendly. You know Frankie Day is. Want to come in and zoom into the computer a little bit. Yeah, just as we get a little closer. There we go. Alrighty then. Now what was that thing that crashed down on me? This one down on me. Something went down on me a while ago. I gotta get me a pointing stick, fellas. Oh yeah, here we go. I think so. Where's one here? Yeah, here we go. Okay. Here's my little pointing stick right here. I painted this thing in 2 shades. I painted it with Model Masters naval blue color. Then I went back over it with intermediate blue to take out the blue tinge out of it. Just give it enough in there. I gotta mask these off and paint these dive brake wells right here. I got to be painted red. These already been masked off. I just moved the masking when this picture was taken. Okay, we're next still. Okay, here she's looking head on. I got to put the slats on here. I got the tires on there. I got windshields to put on this thing. Dive brakes to be put on it. I got decal work to do on it. And I got to put the bombs on there. And she's pretty much finished. And I got to move the stuffings from the bomb bay, also from the engine. And the problems with the Helldiver, here's the tail jack shimmies right here. It runs like a little collar, so the wheel can turn like this. When they come in for landing on the deck, sometimes they bounce their tail and broke that shimmy up. That's the problem they had. So what they did to reinforce that shimmy to make it better. This thing was a Wrights Cyclone. It was 1,400 horsepower. No, it was 1,400 horsepower this thing had. It needed more power. It went to 1,800 horsepower after that. They took it down to the plant. Somehow they rebuilt the engine, and Cyclone engine. I think they put a double row on there. I don't know what they did, but it made it a little more powerful to get up the deck of the carrier, because these things are very slow getting up an aircraft carrier. They really were. And a lot of them crashed in the water, and a lot of them didn't. But that was the problems they had. And also the undercarriage would fold in the wells when they come in, because these things come in, they're heavy bombers. They slam down. And so this is the Ford model as Monogram. The overall appeal to the SB2C-3 and 4 model is that it's all the same thing, but the only difference is dive brakes and also the power plant assembly to the engine. And plus they've done other modifications too, which are probably internal modifications. This I don't know, but a lot of them they do. They always go back for something to change. A lot of pilots, they know these airplanes and they know what needs to be done on it. And like I say, all these aircraft manufacturers, they welcome negative feedback. So it's like constructive criticism to them. So they can make it better, because we're fighting a war here. And we're producing an airplane that's got to do it. Because we can't afford for this thing to be sold off to somebody, to another country to use. There'd be a lot of taxpayers' money going to waste. It was a beautiful airplane. This came out too soon. That was the problem. Okay, next slide. There's your look on the right side. This is early non-specular sea blue color. This is the color they used. Then they went to intermediate blue. They went to non-specular dark sea blue green, which came through here, and then went down like that. And I think it came back up like this, up like that. And that's about all there, different paint schedule-wise. But it's a beautiful airplane. The Helldiver was a wonderful airplane. She's pretty. There's your look at her at the starboard quarter. You can see the effects from the airbrush. It took them 4 hours to paint this thing. The thing's all been pre-shaded with blues and blacks to bring in the hues of the paint. Anybody that's got the early Helldiver, I got one of these in the stash in storage. It's a 1961 release. You look at this Helldiver compared to the early one the wings come right about like this. Right about. They took this much of the wing, they didn't mold on there. This is about as much as the wings it was on the early Helldiver. You look at the early Helldiver, it's wrong. I could tell it was wrong when I first got it. My dad looked at it, so let me see that SOB right there, Frankie. I said, what is this, Monogram kit? Yeah, they're doing a good job. Except this one. I said, Dad, there's something wrong with these wings. He says, yes there is, Frank. They cut the wing down. They probably didn't have a blueprint for this thing. Because back in the days, guys, there wasn't no CAD drawings. It was all nothing but stuff like this. Rulers, slide rules, calipers, all these things. The computer was the brain. The human brain was the computer. This is before they even had computers. When they built these things. Okay, we'll go to the next slide, see what we got here. Alrighty then. There she is on the port quarter, same thing. You can see the effectiveness of the blue. I think on the decals I painted these instruments gauges on the instrument panel, and I picked them out with a black dry brush and picked up the heads on the needles on there, and I put each one of those got a little drop of crystal clear on there, which I use is this glue. This is crystal clear. Aleene's tacky glue. Same formula, same thing. Okay. There is a little close-up view of it. So I'm pretty much on my way. Freddy's seen us already. He's very happy. And here I is holding her. Okay. There's yours truly holding this beautiful little Helldiver. Okay, we'll take the camera back to yours truly and finish up the video. Okay, gentlemen, that'll be it for video number 3 on the Helldiver. I should have the final reveal for that probably by the end of this week sometime. Okay, I got 2 more videos coming up after this, so it'll be triple feature for today. And that'll be it. That's all I can think of, fellas. I haven't got nothing out of storage yet. I got mostly what I'm building right now. I don't want to go back to storage to get anything out. I got too much in here right now. So I'm pretty much done I'm bringing all these kits from the storage. I got nowhere to put them, guys. I'm over the limit right now. I'm almost repairing a lot of stuff that got broke. I'm going to go back. When I go back to work tomorrow, I'm going to load up about 12 models. I'm going to take them back here and put them back in the boxes where they belong. And I keep them after I got my house, and I'll start breaking storage. I think I got me a house. You guys are going to laugh when you hear this. I live out in the farm country. A lot of farmers out here. They're very wonderful people. They got a heart of gold, and they're more cotton more to older people like me. And I talked to a guy right off of Clayton Road, which is about, a while now, probably about a little less than a quarter mile from here where I go to work. And there's a big old farmhouse out there, and he said he may be able to rent that out for me in a couple of months or so. You need to clean it out. And I said, how much you want him up for that thing? I said, I'll tell you what, Frank. He says, you're a veteran? I said, yes, I am. And he goes, since your wife's passed away and yeah, a bad streak of luck and things, I'll let you have the place for $600 a month. It runs on butane gas. You got 250-gallon butane gas out there. It'll cost you about $700 to fill that up. I said, that's no problem. It says, one thing too, you like animals? So I love animals. It says, you got goats out in the backyard out there. I don't care if you got chickens or geese out there. So I like animals. They got just as much as right to be there as we do. And so they don't bother me. He goes, okay, because a lot of people like wild animals. I said, I love animals. And so, good things come with Frankie Day's way. Like my dad says, Frank, there's one thing in life people don't understand. I said, what is that, Pop? He says, good things come to those that wait. You understand? I go, yes, sir. He goes, yes, sir, is right. And it does. I've been having it bad, and I've been humbling myself down to God every day. And my prayers are starting to get answered, little by little. Like I say, good things comes to those that wait. Okay, good things comes that wait for the next 2 videos coming up, and I'm waiting for to get those out so we can wait together. Okay, this is Frankie Day signing off for Frankie Day Models. This is the conclusion of video 3 for the fun build by by Freddy Duarte, a gift from Freddy Duarte, and the SB2C-1 Helldiver, SB2C-1 Helldiver. And so make mama happy, take care of little ones, spend wisely, wear a mask, get vaccinated, spend wisely your money, stay focused, watch your surroundings, buy yourself a model, enjoy life, and because summer and springtime just around the corner. That's going to bring out a lot of stuff. And happy $1,400 stimulus check. I haven't got mine yet. I don't care if I get it or not. Because I do know one thing, fellas. Everybody thinks this $1,400 is free money. You can be paying for that for the next 100 years. So that'll be it. Okay, now stay. I got a video coming up. Stay posted for Sir Roberts Arnov. He's Rob Basic Modeling. He has a wonderful recon group build I participated in. I've already got one aircraft done already for the final reveal. So I'm finishing up my my second entry, and that'll be the HK5 Emily Flying Boat. So I got that coming up right to this, and also I got the Boeing P-12, the Boeing F-4B coming up, and I got the P-47 I'll throw in there with the video too, so you guys will see what else I'm going to come around with. Okay, stay healthy, take care of yourselves, love you fellas, and God bless you all. Thank you very much for your candor, and thank you very much for your wonderful views and your comments. I'm very honored each one of you guys. I love you fellas very much. You guys take care, and God bless you all. We'll see you on the next video. Frankie Day signing up for Frankie Day Models.